Good evening. Right now, we're watching a situation in the Middle East that's becoming more serious by the day. What started as a conflict just a few weeks ago is now turning into something much bigger and much more dangerous. According to multiple reports, the United States is no longer just observing or supporting from a distance. Instead, it's preparing for a major escalation. Over the past few days, hundreds of elite U.S. Special Forces, including Army Rangers and Navy SEAL teams, have been deployed into the region. They're not alone. Thousands of additional troops, including Marines and paratroopers from the 82nd Airborne Division, are also being positioned nearby. A major U.S. Navy ship has already arrived, signaling that this isn't a small operation. This is a large-scale military buildup. Now, here's where things get even more serious. Reports suggest the U.S. is considering a direct operation inside Iran. The goal? To secure and remove highly enriched uranium from heavily protected nuclear sites. Sounds simple on paper, but in reality, this would be one of the most complex and dangerous missions ever attempted. Let's break it down. U.S. forces would have to fly deep into hostile airspace, avoid missile systems and drones, land inside enemy territory, secure and hold that ground, and that's just the beginning. They would also need to clear explosives and hazards, handle radioactive material safely, transport it using heavy equipment, and somehow get it out of the country. This wouldn't take hours. Experts say it could take days, maybe even a full week, all while under constant threat. Military analysts are warning that this kind of mission could lead to heavy casualties, a longer war, and a much wider regional conflict. In short, this could pull the U.S. into something far bigger than expected. At the same time, statements from leadership have raised eyebrows. In a recent interview, the focus wasn't just on security, but also on oil resources. There's even been discussion about taking control of key oil locations. That has sparked serious debate about the real goals behind the operation. Meanwhile, the reality in the region is extremely tense. Airstrikes have increased, there are reports of damage in populated areas, and the humanitarian situation is getting worse. At the same time, Iran is pushing back hard. Strait of Hormuz tensions. One of the biggest global concerns right now is the Strait of Hormuz, a critical route for oil shipments. Instead of being open and stable, tensions have made it uncertain. Any disruption there could affect oil prices worldwide, including here in the U.S. And we're already seeing signs of that. Oil prices are rising quickly, markets are reacting. Experts are warning that if this situation continues, it could drive up fuel costs, increase inflation, and put pressure on everyday Americans. This conflict is no longer limited to one country. We're now seeing strikes reported in multiple Gulf nations, increased activity from regional groups, rising tensions across the entire Middle East. In short, this is turning into a regional crisis. Interestingly, some U.S. allies are showing hesitation. There are reports that key partners may not support a full ground invasion. That could leave the U.S. handling most of the situation alone, which adds even more risk. Right now, the biggest concern isn't just the current fighting, it's what comes next. Experts say this could turn into a long-term conflict where costs keep rising, tensions keep growing, and no quick solution is in sight. Back in the United States, people are already feeling pressure. With rising costs and economic uncertainty, many are worried about gas prices, food costs, and the overall economy. If the conflict continues, those concerns could grow even more. So where does this leave us? Right now, we're at a critical moment. The decisions made in the coming days could shape the future of this conflict, the stability of the global economy, and the role of the United States on the global stage. We'll continue to follow every development closely, because this isn't just another headline. This is a situation that could impact millions of lives around the world.